Hey everybody, Jesus loves you. My name is Cody. You're watching the Thursday episode of that Christian news show thing that I do. And if hell was a level, Jesus definitely beat the boss battle. Truth! And our first story I'm directly stealing from SourceFed, and that's okay. If you guys don't know what SourceFed is, it's kind of a news channel run by Philip DeFranco, the hosts of 20 Minutes or Less, or Elliot Morgan, Lee Newton, and Joe Beretta. And they want people to spread awareness, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely something that should be spread. So FBI recently has a new #1 most wanted, and that man's name is Eric Justin Toth. And Eric also goes by the name David Bassone. And the reason the FBI wants him so bad is because he's been on the run for 4 years. Before those 4 years, he was a 3rd grade teacher who was taking pornographic pictures of children. And now he's been on the run. They think he's been doing substitute teaching, and like babysitting and things like that so we can get closer to these kids. So if you can find a guy that looks like this, then obviously call the police or do whatever you need to. This guy needs to be brought to justice. And I mean, with how Kony blew up, the internet can do things. So if you wanted, you could share this video, try to make it viral, go to SourceFed, make their video viral. If you don't like me at all, you could like Facebook or Twitter or whatever, just his information, just to get the word out there and make this guy big so everybody knows about him. Kony 2012 was showing me how much the internet can do if we put our mind to it. So if the people out there really want to bring stuff to justice and it's not just a fad to you guys, then you should go do this also. This is kind of a big deal. And I know that I'm not supposed to judge, all sins are equal and all that good stuff. If a man is touching children, taking pictures of them, doing things of that nature, then they should be locked up. And if you disagree with that, I will pray for you. So spread the word in any way you can. Kony was really big. I think this is something that should be just as big, or at least close to it. And that kind of transitions into our next topic, which is Kony 2012 Part 2 Beyond Famous. And this video has nowhere near as many views as Kony 2012 did. And part of that I get is a lot of people are like, we can't trust this organization. But I thought it was pretty clear in people's minds that it didn't matter what organization this came from. We needed to spread the word about this and not make it a fad. It was kind of really pushed. This couldn't be just some fad that people are like, oh, everyone else is doing it, I'm gonna do it too. Pretty much what the Part 2 does is kind of explain themselves a little bit. They stayed away from the money, which no surprise to me. I was kind of angry about that personally. But they talked about how we as a world population has changed and affected Kony. And it's been really awesome. There's a lot of countries all over the world now that are trickling in forces and trying to help them out. And I heard a lot of Christians argue that we didn't want to start war and that this was starting a war. This isn't about starting a war. This is about armies of people arresting one person who's obviously very elusive. So before you're like, you're starting a war, how evil of you, realize that this isn't asking for war at all. It's just that sometimes to find someone, you need special forces to go in there and find them. So it's another reason to make this video viral. Or go to Kony 2012 Part 2 Beyond Famous and make that viral like you did the last one, because that's what should be happening with that video also. I'm actually really angry that I haven't seen Part 2 blow up on Facebook like I saw the other one. You have to question people's motives, if they were just doing it because everyone else was, or if people actually cared. A lot of you who watch my show know that I like to give out some kind of prayer request to people, and there were so many today. I didn't leave a link in the description to any of them just because there were so many, but I did want to point them out. There were a couple of earthquakes in Eastern Asia, and there were so many deaths in the US yesterday. It was death everywhere. CNN was the most depressing place I've been to all day. So as always, prayers to the people who have lost loved ones, because that is really hard and really confusing for a lot of people. But even if the past does look pretty bad, the not so distant future always looks awesome. We're in a future now where we have Facebook, Twitter, we have TV, we have internet, we have everything electronic in our houses. The nerds from the 90s seem to have taken over, and internet is the cool thing to have. But with that comes the future of entertainment, and that's what's really exciting for me. I'm on YouTube, which I believe to be the future of television. Not taking over television, but incorporating with it. And with all that being said, studies have shown that TV is no longer a one-screen experience. People have their big screen TVs, but they also have like their phone or their tablet or the laptop in their lap to Facebook or Twitter while they're watching TV. In fact, Super Bowl hit a Twitter record twice this last year, once during halftime and once towards the end of the game. And I've never really understood the idea of the tablet, but now I'm kind of getting it. You've got a screen that's not tiny, and it's not my phone, which likes to be super slow because I've loaded it with too many apps. If you have a tablet, you can use it as a remote for everything, whether it be DirecTV, your TV screen, YouTube, Dish on command, whatever. So you have all of that, plus you have your Twitter, and you have your Facebook, and you've got this interactive experience. And Conan O'Brien and them have come out with an app that makes their show interactive on your tablet. You can answer questions, answer games, but it's all going on while you're watching the show. Needless to say, I might have finally found an excuse to want a tablet, and I love the future and technology, even though technology tends to hate me and never work right. Jeremy Lin, the outspoken basketball player for the New York Knicks, might be making a documentary in the upcoming future. Not just going to be more based on his life, but they're saying he's going to mention his faith. I'm really hoping he mentions his faith a lot. Again, Christian media is getting out there, which is so cool to me. I love to see Christianity booming like it is, and hopefully we can keep it in a way where it's legitimate and it's real Christianity, and it's not just a bunch of people claiming it because it's popular. Cody 2012. And our final story is about a church that's doing it right in Victorville, California. Destiny Christian Center decided to raise $10,000 and team up with Shell Gasoline to give people $1 off of gasoline for a few hours. They did this on Saturday, April 7th, kind of as a Easter treat for people. They only were able to do it for a few hours, but people were lined up at the door and they were at the gas station telling these people about Jesus and all that stuff and just helping out their community and helping out their city, which is awesome. I love seeing stuff like this. Atheists, if you're watching, Christians doing it right here. This is how it should be. So if you like this, you like what Christianity should be. Huh? How do you like it now? It's not so terrible when it's done right. And for that, we go to the question of the day, and the question of the day is, what is the coolest thing you've seen a Christian do, or a Christian community? And if you're an atheist, what's the worst thing you've seen a Christian do? Or if you have something, you're like, okay, they were pretty cool when they did this. Give me something. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about that. Some people experience some amazing Christian things that organizations and just Christian in general do for people. And then obviously there is the other side of that the atheists love to talk about, which is how we do everything wrong. So if you want to bring that up, go ahead. It brings up discussion, and discussion is a good thing. Please leave your answer in the comment section below. You can leave a video response if you want. Don't really talk about that much, but obviously you can. I'm not going to stop you. Again, no gift cards for now. I'm going to try to save up some money and get everything fixed for that. From that, we go to the verse of the day. And the verse of the day is Proverbs 22:9. It is the generous who themselves will be blessed, for they give their food to the poor. So yeah, be generous, help people out when you can, and you will be blessed, which is awesome. And that's all that I found interesting in the news today. So in closing, haters keep hating, Christians keep praying. To everybody like and subscribe, I will see you later, and God bless.